This is Chris Medeiros. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Medeiros, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. I'll be down there in the description box. And I'm here to do my WWE Monday Night Raw, April 24th, 2023 reviews. So here we go, discussing about tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. Now, we kick off the show with the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. So yeah, Cody Rhodes comes out and he tells Chicago what do they want to talk about, and Cody Rhodes starts talking about Brock Lesnar, about what Brock Lesnar done. He showed some photos and stuff of what Brock Lesnar did a few weeks ago to him and everything. So yeah, that's what he was showing, and he said that he fought through a lot of pain. He said, yeah, what Brock Lesnar did was tough, but he said he fought through even worse with that. And then he takes off his shirt and he shows the scar where they had to do like surgery and stuff to fix his pec and all that stuff. And he was talking about how a year ago he torn his pec against one of the greatest superstars ever in the ring inside Hell in a Cell and stuff. And he still walked out that match as the victor. So yeah, that's what Cody Rhodes was talking about and everything. So yeah, he was talking about that Brock Lesnar is not going to be holding him down at Backlash. But yeah, that's what he was talking about. But then all of a sudden, he gets interrupted by Finn Balor. Finn Balor comes out, and Balor was talking about how everybody got scars. Cody, I got one, you got one, everyone got scars. So what? And he says that he's seen this match against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and it's tough that he lost and everything. But he said that then the next night on Raw that he needed to find a tag team partner. He got Brock Lesnar, and they trusted him up until Brock turned on him and everything. So yeah, that's what Finn Balor was talking about. But he says that if you were smarter and have better people on your side, you wouldn't never got turned on, just like the Judgment Day. So he was trying to get Cody Rhodes to join the Judgment Day, and Cody Rhodes was like, oh, so you want me to join the Judgment Day? And the fans were chanting you suck and all that stuff to Finn Balor. And he goes like, you know what, the fans are kind of right. I like the offer and everything, but I decline it. So yeah, that's what Cody Rhodes said, and Finn Balor did not like that. He says that one day he's going to smack the bleach off at the top of his head. So yeah, that's what Finn Balor was talking about. He was walking away up until Cody Rhodes said that you all want to know why I'm smiling? I'm smiling because a few hours ago I got medically cleared to compete again. So that means I'm going to be challenging you to a match tonight. And yeah, that's what happened there. Cody Rhodes challenges Finn Balor to a match later on tonight on Raw. But yep, that's what happened there. Pretty good segment though. Really liked it. Pretty good one. But yeah, still to come later on tonight on Monday Night Raw. We will see Bad Bunny returning tonight on Raw. So yeah, he'll be on Raw tonight. Not only that, we'll see Triple H with a massive announcement or something that'll rock the foundation of WWE. That'll be later on tonight as well. So yeah, we'll be seeing what Triple H got to say. And not only that, we've seen the Usos and Solo Sikoa walking out, because up next, the Bloodline will be taking on the LWO up next on Raw. So yeah, LWO versus the Bloodline up next in a 6-man tag team match. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a 6-man tag team match. It was Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, teaming up with their brother Solo Sikoa, the Bloodline, versus Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde, and Cruz del Toro, LWO. So yeah, the LWO versus the Bloodline in a tag team match, 6-man tag team match. And you know what? This match was a pretty good match. It was going back and forth and everything. Really good match. At one point, we see Santos Escobar kicking Jimmy Uso on top of the head, pretty much climbs up the top turnbuckle and jumps off with a nice crossbody onto Jimmy Uso. He pins him, but Jimmy kicks out at 2, and then eventually Santos tags in Cruz del Toro. He comes into the ring dealing with Jimmy and everything. At one point, he hit the Phoenix Splash onto Jimmy Uso, which was pretty nice. He pins him, but Jay breaks up the pin at the count of 2, and then we see Santos Escobar get back into the ring. He's going at it with Jay inside the ring, and he throws Jay outside the ring, and both of them's going at it outside. And he was trying to throw Jay into the ring post, but Jay reverses it and throws Santos into the ring post, laying him out. Jay gets on the ring apron, trying to get back into the ring, but then Joaquin Wilde come up, knocking Jay off the ring apron, and then Solo Sikoa coming up, hitting spinning Solo onto Joaquin Wilde on the ring apron, laying him out. Cruz Del Toro was inside the ring. He had a missile drop kick onto Jimmy Uso. Had Jimmy Uso sitting in the corner. Climbs up on the top turnbuckle on the other side of the ring, about to hit like a coast to coast onto Jimmy Uso. Solo gets back into the ring. The referee's getting distracted by Solo, and then Jay comes into the ring behind him, and then the referee's dealing with Jay. And while the referee's dealing with Jay, that's when Cruz Del Toro jumps off the top turnbuckle, trying to hit coast to coast onto Jimmy Uso, but Solo Sikoa was right there, hitting the Samoan Spike onto Cruz Del Toro, and then Jimmy tags in Jay, and they both hit the 1D onto Cruz Del Toro, and then Jay pins up for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, the Usos and Solo Sikoa defeated the LWO tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. Pretty good match though. I give that match 3 stars. That's why I'll give it. Pretty good match to kick off Raw. So yeah, pretty good one. But yeah, after the match ended, we see the Usos grabbing a mic and they start talking. Jay was talking about how they only disappointed the Bloodline for one night. They had a bad night at WrestleMania 39 and all that stuff. And then Jimmy Uso was talking about how the Usos are going to become a 9-time tag team champions, and they're going to beat Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn this Friday night on SmackDown, and they are going to dedicate their victory to the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. So yeah, that's what the Usos was talking about. So yeah, pretty good stuff. Like I said, I give that match 3 stars. But then, after all of that, we see the WWE Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair, getting interviewed backstage. And while she was talking about Io Sky and everything for Backlash, she gets interrupted by Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky, Damage Control. So yeah, Bayley was talking about how she'd been wanting to shut Bianca up, and she says that all 3 of them can face her and 2 other people in tonight's match or whatever. So yeah, that's what she was saying. And Io was pretty much somewhat having enough of Bayley and just giving her that look. So yeah, interesting stuff. And then Bayley and Dakota Kai walks off, and Io looks at them and then looks back at Bianca and then walks away. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff though. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a tag team match. But before we talk about that tag team match, there's a few things that happened before that match. Now we see Jay Uso. He was on the phone backstage. He was talking on the phone, talking about, yeah, you seen our match? Yeah, we won it and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what he was doing. But then all of a sudden, he walks into one half of the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn comes up and goes like, look, I don't want to have no problems with you. I don't want to fight you. We'll fight this Friday on SmackDown. He was talking about how, talking about like, so you're saying that you dedicate your match to Roman Reigns and all that stuff. Do you know what will happen if you do lose and everything? And Jay was like, look, don't worry about me. Worry about yourself, Sammy, because this Friday on SmackDown, we're going to take away those tag team titles and regain it back for the Bloodline. So yeah, that's what Jay Uso was saying. But then after that, we see Kathy Kelly interviewing Trish Stratus backstage, and she was asking like, why did Trish done it and everything, and Trish was explaining her actions and all that stuff, and Trish was talking about like, look, I understand Becky's a mother and all that stuff, and I am too, and I did a lot more stuff than her, and I never get my gratitude in this business. I'm the one that built the women's division, not the 4 horsewomen and all that stuff. I am, and people need to start saying thank you, Trish. And yeah, that's what she was saying. But then we get to the match. Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, the Street Profits versus Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander in a tag team match, and it was an okay tag team match. It only lasted a few minutes. At one point, Angelo Dawkins hit that twisting neckbreaker type move onto Cedric. He pins him, but Shelton breaks up the pin at the count of 2. Montez Ford and Shelton was going at it, and Shelton got thrown out the ring and stuff. And then we see Angelo Dawkins hit his finish move, Sky High, which is the spine buster onto Cedric. He tags in Montez. Montez climbs up the top turnbuckle and jumps off with the frog splash onto Cedric, pinning him for the 3 count. So yeah, the Street Profits defeated Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander tonight in a tag team match. That's what happened. For that match, I'll give it 1.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was an okay tag team match. So yeah. But up next, Triple H will be talking up next. So yeah, we're going to see what his announcement is up next on Raw. So yeah, see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, now we had Triple H come out to have a special announcement. It was a massive announcement Pretty much that announcement was in terms of shaking the foundation of the WWE and all that stuff. And you know what? Triple H starts explaining and talking about how, that he starts talking about Roman Reigns and everything, how the WWE draft will be starting off this Friday and it will be ending next Monday on Raw and everything. And whichever draft Roman Reigns will go on, he obviously will be holding the undisputed WWE Universal Championships. So yeah, that's what Triple H was talking about. He says that even though Roman Reigns don't defend it that often a lot now, he is still the champion. He's not going to take away the titles or nothing like that. So Roman Reigns will remain the champion, everything like that. But he did say that they do. If whichever brand Roman Reigns is on, if he's on Raw, then you got SmackDown or whatever. Whichever brand that he's on, there will be another title for the other brand. And then he introduces the new WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So yeah, he unveiled the World Heavyweight Championship, and yeah, this is a new World Heavyweight Championship, as you can see is on the screen and everything. It's the thumbnail and all that stuff throughout the video. That is the new title for the WWE as the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I do like the design. It ain't that bad. I can say that much. It's a better design than what majority of the titles are in the company, but I will say that I really wish they brought back Big Gold, but what can you do? This is the next best thing you can do, I guess. But other than that, it was still pretty good. That's what he introduces is this new World Heavyweight Championship. So yeah, pretty good stuff. And he says that the champion will be crowned at the next pay-per-view Night of Champions. So yeah, that's what Triple H was saying. And they will be the champion of that brand, of whatever brand. So yeah, that's what Triple H said. Pretty good stuff. But yeah, that's the new title. And then after that, we see Kathy Kelly interviewing Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio. The Judgment Day. Finn Balor walks away to go get ready for his match with Cody Rhodes tonight. And she was talking to Damian Priest. Damian Priest was talking about like Bad Bunny could come out on Raw and everything, but if he decides to go against us or whatever, it ain't gonna be looking the best for him. So yeah, that's what he was saying. And then Dominic was like, yeah, not only that, Priest will be taking care of my deadbeat dad, Rey Mysterio. And Priest was like, yeah, the whole world would be watching that. So yeah, that's what he was saying. But yeah, pretty good stuff. That's what happened. And up next, we're going to be seeing Damage Control versus Bianca Belair and two mystery tag team partners of hers. That'll be up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, but before we talk about the 6 women's tag team match, we got to talk about one segment backstage where we see Solo Sikoa standing, and he's standing behind Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. So yeah, Jimmy Uso was talking about how he's going to be the right-hand man of the Tribal Chief, main event Jim Uso. So yeah, that's what he was saying and stuff. And Jay was not listening or whatever, and Jimmy was like, look, what's the problem, Jay? And Jay starts explaining, talking about like, what do you think is going to happen to us if we do lose? And Jimmy was like, look, we ain't going to lose. We're going to beat Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. What makes you thinking of that? And he goes like, well, Sami Zayn was telling me that in the hallway. And Jimmy Uso was like, oh wait, you still talking to that fool Sami Zayn? Why are you talking to him? You should not be talking to him. Stay away from him and all that stuff. So yeah, Jimmy Uso was going off about that stuff. But yep, and then Solo grabs Jimmy and got him to calm down. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then we get to the next match. It was the WWE Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, and her teammates was the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan versus Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky, Damage Control in a 6 women's tag team match. And this match, it was a pretty good match. It was going back and forth and everything. At one point, we see Dakota Kai and Bayley got thrown outside the ring. Raquel comes in, grabbing Liv Morgan and powerbombing her over the top rope onto Dakota Kai and Bayley, taking them out. And then Raquel tags in Bianca, and then we see Io Sky jumping off the top rope with a missile dropkick on Raquel, taking her out. And then Bianca comes up, grabbing Io, trying to hit the KOD onto Io, but Io was grabbing the top rope and stuff, so Bianca tosses her on the ring apron and everything. And then Bianca grabs Io and then runs her into the ring post, taking her out. And then Bayley trips up Bianca Belair. She gets back into the ring, but then Bianca fights back and lifts her up and hits the KOD onto Bayley, and then pins her for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez defeated Damage Control tonight in a 6 women's tag team match. That's what happened. It was a pretty good match. For that match, I'll give it 3 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good match. So yeah, that's what I'll give it. But yep, that's what happened there. And up next, we're going to be seeing the United States Champion, Austin Theory, up next on Raw. Still to come later on tonight, Cody Rhodes versus Finn Balor 1-on-1 in the main event. And not only that, Bad Bunny will be returning as well. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, now we had the United States Champion, Austin Theory. He makes his way out there, and he was complaining and talking about how there is a triple threat match with him defending the United States Championship up against Bronson Reed and Bobby Lashley at Backlash for the title. So yeah, that's what he's complaining about and everything. And he's wondering who asked for the title match and all that stuff. But he says that he is the greatest of all time because he defeated John Cena at WrestleMania and everything. And the fans start chanting, "You tap out," and everything. He goes like, "I didn't tap out. You see me win the match and everything. I still retained the United States Championship up against John Cena." So yeah, that's what Austin Theory was talking about. But then all of a sudden he gets interrupted by Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley comes out and he's smiling and everything, and he looks at Theory. He goes like, "Hey, you know who actually asked for the title match? It was me. I asked for the title match and everything. I wanted to take away that United States Championship and win back my title, and knowing that I want to beat up Bronson Reed for what he's been doing." So yeah, that's what he was explaining about. And when he did come out, he did walk past the World Heavyweight Championship and everything. And also there did talk about how he should be the World Heavyweight Championship, how Triple H should crown it to him anyways instead of him going in the match or whatever. So yeah, that's what Theory did talk about. But yeah, Bobby Lashley was talking about how he's going to win the United States Championship at Backlash and everything. And Theory was talking about how he's not going to win it. He's going to make sure he don't win it. And then Theory was trying to attack Bobby Lashley, but Bobby Lashley takes him down, beating him down and everything. Goes outside the ring, running him into the barricade. Lifts up Theory onto his shoulders, about to run him into the ring post up until Lashley sees Bronson Reed coming up, so he drops Theory and starts brawling with Bronson Reed, and then Theory comes up attacking Bobby Lashley. So yeah, Bronson Reed and Austin Theory is just beating down Bobby Lashley, puts him at the ring post. Bronson Reed runs him into the ring post and everything. They throw Bobby Lashley back into the ring. Austin Theory gets in there, lifts him up on his shoulders, and hits A-Town down onto Bobby Lashley in the middle of the ring, laying him out. And then all of a sudden, after Austin Theory was talking crap to Bobby Lashley while he laid him out, he turns around, he gets hit by Bronson Reed, and then Bronson Reed hits a senton onto him, and then he climbs at the top turnbuckle and jumps off with a tsunami onto Austin Theory, and then grabs the United States Championship, holding it up high. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good segment there. But then after that, we see a segment from earlier today where we see Rick Boogs talking to Elias, and they was talking about the new World Heavyweight Championship and how Rick Boogs is worried about the draft because him and Elias will get split up and everything. So yeah, that's what he was worried about. But then we see Chad Gable, Otis, and Maxine Dupree, Alpha Academy, come up, and they obviously they was complaining and stuff, but Chad Gable was talking about how he already talked to Adam Pearce and how Alpha Academy would not be split up in the draft and everything. And Maxine keeps on getting in touch with Otis and all that stuff. So yeah, that's pissing him off. And then Mustafa Ali comes up and he goes like, "Look, it'll be a good thing if y'all got split up because then you'll probably actually, be used and everything, used for your fullest extent and all that, and maybe become World Heavyweight Championship. But then at the same time, you'll probably be a disappointment." So yeah, that's what he was saying. And Chad Gable pretty much challenges Mustafa Ali to a match. So yeah, up next on Raw, Chad Gable versus Mustafa Ali 1-on-1. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a 1-on-1 match. It was Chad Gable with Otis and Maxine Dupree, Alpha Academy, versus Mustafa Ali 1-on-1. And this match, it was a pretty good match. It was going back and forth and everything between these two guys. At one point, we see Chad Gable pull out and hitting the Dragon Suplex onto Mustafa Ali. He pins him, but Ali barely kicking out at 2. And then at one point, we see Mustafa Ali jumps through the second rope and stuff, but he gets caught by Chad Gable, and Gable was trying to hit him with a German suplex onto him. but Ali fought out of that. And then he hits a nice tornado spinning DDT type move onto Chad Gable, which was pretty nice. And then he climbs up the top turnbuckle and jumps off with the 450 splash, but Chad Gable moves out of the way, but Ali lands on his feet and stuff. But then Gable grabs him, runs him into the corner, and then rolls through, trying to hit that roll through German suplex onto Mustafa Ali, but Ali reverses it by rolling him up for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Mustafa Ali defeated Chad Gable tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. Pretty good match though. I give that match 2 stars. That's why I'll give it very short, but still pretty good match. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff though. And then after that, we see Sami Zayn walking backstage, and then Jimmy Uso comes up talking a lot of junk to Sami, talking about how he should not be coming up to his brother Jay, and talking about what's going to happen to them if they lose this match this Friday on SmackDown. He should be worrying about himself and worry about if he loses the match, if Kevin Owens is going to turn on him, because he knows Kevin Owens will turn on him. So yeah, that's what Jimmy Uso was talking about, and then he walks away. But yeah, up next it'll be Finn Balor versus Cody Rhodes one-on-one up next on Raw. So yeah, that match will be up next. And still to come later on tonight, we will see Bad Bunny making his return tonight on Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. It was Cody Rhodes versus Finn Balor one-on-one. And this match, it was a pretty good match. It was going back and forth and everything between these two guys. We had Cody Rhodes pretty much getting a little bit frustrated during this match because he hit the Cody Cutter at one point, but Balor kicked out at 2, barely kicking out at 2. And like I said, they were just going back and forth and everything. Balor trying to roll him up for a small package, and Cody kicked out at 2. And then Cody Rhodes kicks him in the stomach, trying to lift him up for a powerbomb. But Balor lands on his feet, and then he trips up Cody Rhodes, and then he hits a double foot stomp onto his chest. Waited for him to get back up, and then he hits that shotgun drop kick onto him in the corner, climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumps off for the coup de grace onto Cody Rhodes, but Cody moves out of the way, but Finn lands on his feet, and then Cody comes up, kicking Balor in the stomach, and hits the pedigree onto Finn Balor, and then he hits Crossroads onto Finn Balor, and then pins him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Cody Rhodes defeated Finn Balor tonight on Monday Night Raw. Pretty good match though. Really good one between those two guys. For that match, I'll give it 3.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. Really good match between Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor. So yeah, pretty good stuff. But then after that, they were showing footage of what happened a few weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, the night after Mania, where we see Damian Priest attacking Bad Bunny, laying him out through the announce table and everything. So yeah, that's what happened there. And later on tonight on Raw, we will see Bad Bunny making his return tonight. So yeah, later on tonight, Bad Bunny will be making his return tonight on Monday Night Raw. But up next, we're going to be seeing Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw. And we're going to have to see what he has to say because, next Saturday he'll be facing against Omos at Backlash, which is still a weird match. But yeah, we're going to see what Seth Rollins gets to say up next. So yeah, that will be up next. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, now we had Seth Rollins. He comes out and he was talking about how he comes out here to wanting to talk about his match at Backlash against Omos. But now, since what Triple H did is, since he revealed the new title, he said he got his mind set on other things now. And then he walks out the ring and he walks up in front of the World Heavyweight Championship. And he was talking about Roman Reigns, talking about how Triple H said tonight that Roman Reigns has defeated a lot of people, and there's a lot of names on that list that Roman Reigns defeated. But he said one name that was not on that list is his name, Seth freaking Rollins. So he said that name on his list was never on his. That name is not on his list. So yeah, that's what Seth Rollins was saying. And then he was talking about how, that he wanted to go after the title or whatever, but now since Triple H revealed this one, he says he's going to go after this one instead. And everybody starts chanting, you deserve it, and Seth is like, yeah, cool. So yeah, that's what everybody was going off about. But yeah, after that, Seth Rollins gets interrupted by Omos and MVP. Both of them comes out, and I don't really care for Omos's theme song. That new theme song that he got, I don't really care for. They need to bring back his other one. So yeah. But yeah, Omos comes there with MVP. He's just standing there waiting for him. Seth Rollins didn't say a word or anything. MVP's talking to him, talking for him and everything, talking about how Omos will be the one to defeat Seth Rollins at Backlash, how he gives Omos these big matches so he can win them and stuff. So yeah, that's what MVP was talking about. And Seth Rollins just looking at Omos and everything, and he grabs the mic and he starts talking about how Omos is a once-in-a-generation talent and all that stuff, how he's a big guy. He was just born that way, but he says it doesn't matter. He's still going to take him down at Backlash and stomp his head into the canvas, and he'll be knocked out for 3 seconds. And then once he wakes up, he's just going to hear his song playing. So yeah, that's what he was saying, and then he walks out the ring. But yeah, that's what happened there. It was a pretty good segment, but yeah. But then after that, we see Rey Mysterio getting ready for his match backstage. So yeah, still to come later on tonight, Rey Mysterio versus Damian Priest, 1-on-1 tonight on Raw. And all that Bad Bunny will be returning tonight on Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, it was a main event. But before we talk about the main event, there was one segment backstage where we see Matt Riddle talking off Kevin Owens' head and stuff like that. And then Sami Zayn comes up, and Kevin Owens is wondering why Sami Zayn was gone for so long. And Sami Zayn explains that he was talking to Jey Uso and stuff. And Kevin Owens was like, you ain't going to get it through their heads. I'm sorry to tell you, but you ain't going to get it through their heads, so you might as well stop talking to them and stuff. So yeah, that's what Kevin Owens was saying and stuff. And he was getting frustrated, and then Matt Riddle was talking to Sami Zayn, telling him that everything would be okay, nothing would happen. Everybody been telling me that Randy Orton was going to RKO me a lot of times, but that never happened. So I don't believe Kevin Owens will attack you. So yeah, that's what Matt Riddle was saying. But then we'll get to the main event. 1-on-1 match. Damian Priest versus Rey Mysterio 1-on-1. And this match was a pretty good match. It was going back and forth and everything. Priest was hitting some moves. Rey Mysterio was hitting some moves. We see Damian Priest had lift up Flatliner onto Rey Mysterio. He pins him 1, 2. Rey Mysterio barely kicking out at 2. Damian Priest gets frustrated. He gets out the ring, grabs a steel chair, and throws it into the ring. But then Rey Mysterio drop kicks him and stuff off the apron. And the steel chair was like right there at the apron inside the ring. And then Rey was trying to go for the chair, but Damian Priest comes in there, grabbing Rey by the throat, trying to hit like a choke slam onto him. But Rey Mysterio reverses it, jumping up with a Hurricane Rana onto Damian Priest. He runs and he hits the 619 onto Damian Priest. He climbs up the top turnbuckle, but then Damian Priest throws a steel chair, hitting him upside the head, which caused a disqualification. So yeah, Rey Mysterio defeated Damian Priest by disqualification. And then Priest lifts up Rey Mysterio, hitting that sit-out chokeslam south of heaven onto Rey Mysterio, grabs him, throws him outside the ring, tearing apart the announce table, about to put Rey Mysterio through the announce table, up until Bad Bunny comes walking out. Yeah, Bad Bunny did arrive during this match, but yeah, he comes walking out. He got a kendo stick in his hand. Damian Priest gets inside the ring, waiting for Bad Bunny to get in there. Bad Bunny gets in there, and he starts beating Damian Priest with the kendo stick, chasing him outside the ring. Damian Priest grabs him at one point, trying to put him through the announce table, but Bad Bunny fights back, hitting him in the leg with the kendo stick, and kept on beating Damian Priest with the kendo stick, chasing him through the crowd. So yeah, Damian Priest ran through the crowd. He managed to get back on the ramp and stuff on the stage. Bad Bunny standing on the announce table, and he grabs the mic and he says to Damian Priest that at Backlash he is not the host. So yeah, he says he's not the host anymore at Backlash, but he says that he does get a match at Backlash, and it'll be him versus Damian Priest 1-on-1 in a street fight. So yeah, and Priest was talking about, alright, you don't want none and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff. So yeah, for the match, what happened after the match, I'll give it 3 stars. That's what I'll give it. So yeah, that's why I'll give the match. Actually, I'll give it 3.5 stars for everything that happened during the match and what happened after the match. So yeah, that's why I'll give it. But yeah, for tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw, I'll give it 7 stars. I'll give it 7.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good episode. So yeah, that's what I'll give it. But yeah, that has been my Monday Night Raw reviews. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Bales, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. And I'll be down there in the description box. And yeah, I'll see you guys later for this Friday's Friday Night SmackDown reviews and this Wednesday's AEW Dynamite reviews. See you guys later. Until then.